about Cabal's crusty ass.
I mean, that wasn't on there until you literally just said it.
Yeah, get that trending. It's Evo time, baby.
Hashtag Cabal's crusty ass.
You know he's not even that high tier. Like he's not even a problem like high tier. They just know how to deal with him.
Cabal is like he only has the one move that makes him super annoying. Other than
he's a noob. He's a noob killer, if anything. But like high tiers know how to like fuck you. Get that. Sit down.
So he's like dead
okay.
shot
he's
from Infamous One.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
Okay,
No. You mean Deadshot from Injustice 2?
I don't know the dude with the mask that has one side black and one side orange.
That's Deathstroke.
Deathstroke from Infamous One.
Oh, I don't remember too much of Deathstroke how he played.
I remember just spamming the guns.
Oh, the guns. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's pretty much. That's I'm getting flashbacks.
I brought you back.
I played Batgirl because when I bought the game, I hated it initially, and then I rebought the game for like $5. It was the Ultimate Edition. I was like, well, fuck it, let's give it a try. And I tried Batgirl, and oh my god, she's the best character in that fucking game, or she's the most fun to me. And I wish they would somehow port Injustice 1 and 2 to the Switch just so I could play Batgirl again. She's not in the second game, but still.
All right, guys, ready?
Hold on, I gotta get naked.
I was born ready.
Good thing you don't have a camera.
Yeah. Good thing for y'all.
I hate having to wear a shirt after work on Fridays. Usually I immediately strip down and I'm like, nah.
Oh yeah, man, just go straight to the boxers.
That's what I do.
Well, I have like sleep shorts, but yeah.
I put on my basketball shorts and like the
when I feel fancy, I put on my PJs and I'm like, oh yeah.
That's basically what these are. They're shorts.
And you put a pipe. You put a pipe in. Yes.
I used to have a robe.
I think I should play some Destiny tonight. Smithers, boot up the PC. I feel like playing Destiny tonight.
Hand me my controller. No, you play mouse and keyboard.
Burns would probably get Smithers to play for him, and then he would act like he's playing.
I mean, when I'm lazy, I use a controller.
That was a not South Park, not Seinfeld, Simpsons thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just thought you were coming up with a random butler.
No, Smithers.
I don't watch Simpsons. I hate it.
I don't watch it anymore, but like those characters are so ingrained into like pop culture. It's kind of hard to forget them.
I follow a few Simpson accounts because I enjoy them.
I like the random quotes because like some of the older stuff is legitimately funny.
Yeah.
Literally, my only Simpsons reference is Simpsons Hit and Run on the GameCube.
But you like that though?
I guess technically. I do. Yeah. It's a great game. Not because it has Simpsons, though. It's just a great game. It just happens to have those characters.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Charge Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around, talk about the games they've been playing and things going on in their lives. Today, I have with me Justin.
I'm upset that since we let Gimli out, like he's learned how to use the cat patio door and all that, he doesn't cuddle with me anymore. We lost him already.
Aww.
That's your fault.
I know. When he was just in this room with me, he was super cuddly. And now he's like, I'm free!
And we also have Ben with us tonight.
Evo, baby.
It's a full house. I'm happy. Anyways.
Whatever happened to this? I don't know the words to the song.
I still can't believe Full House was a thing. That just boggles my mind.
I think that's Full House. I get that step by step, like the theme song's confused.
Yeah.
Step 1. No, that's different.
Oh, no, it's step by step, day by day.
Oh god.
Over, different ends of fate. Something like that. I don't know. I still don't know the words.
All right, let's start off with Justin and get this on the road.
I was just gonna say, get this over with. And I was gonna leave.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, I could feel it. I haven't played that much. Played some more Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 with Ben.
Yay!
And I realized that I probably should have been playing that in the meantime because I was very underleveled. We struggled a little bit.
No, we were.
Wednesday night.
We were like, if you were just playing through the story normally without doing that, you would have been all right. It's just that boss fight is just annoying as fuck.
It's brutal. But we struggled a little bit before that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I try to avoid too many spoilers, like as far as like stuff that happens.
Yeah.
But I'll just say, kind of in general, I wasn't a huge fan of like the aesthetic and like the progression of the Dark Dimension. It felt kind of lame. Like you get some cool characters in there, but the actual like progression through it was a little dull. If I was playing it by myself, I probably would have gotten kind of bored. But I think the real appeal of that game is multiplayer. So I mean, I'm trying to play it as little as possible by myself. But after we finished streaming, I did try to jump into some of the Infinity Trials to just buff some characters and get some more loot and things like that. I hate those things. Like,
did you do the Doc Ock one?
I tried.
Yeah, that one.
The synergy one, you mean?
Yeah, that's so bullshit.
Yeah.
Wait till you're like super high level and then you clear it.
It's like a level 12 challenge or something like that. And I went in with like all my top tier guys. I was like, I can knock this out in no time.
Yeah.
I think one of the things was like to beat it in under like a minute and 10 or something.
Yeah, a minute and 10. Mm-hmm.
Which is insane. But I jumped in. We immediately took him down. Like maybe 20 seconds. He was down. I'm like, okay, cool. That was nothing. That was super easy.
The second
and
phase
then it went into the second phase. I'm like, oh yeah, there's more.
Yeah.
So like you have to spend that time like waiting on the elevator for it to activate, and then do that phase. And then I think at the end of the elevator, there's another phase, isn't there?
No, after the elevator, it's just the one. So there's like once you defeat him in the elevator, that's it.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
But the biggest bullshit about the elevator is that even if you get a synergy attack, if he lifts his tentacle or like attacks you with it, it's the damage doesn't count.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's super frustrating.
And I kept running out of
mana.
Yeah, and it got so stupid so quick.
Yeah.
And then there was the Green Goblin one, that I think also was like a like do a bunch of damage with a synergy attack and then like prevent your team from going down, something like that. I don't know. And again, first phase not that bad. Then the second phase he starts using the time stone and flicking all over the place, and like you have to throw the bombs. But half the time, like he would attack me, and I'd run over to a bomb, and like when I picked up the bomb, it would explode.
Yeah,
I was taking all this damage just by trying to actually be able to attack him, because the only things that work are the extreme attacks, and it's just like it wasn't fun.
Yeah, at least with that one, like
arbitrary challenge.
Yeah, at least with that one, just by punching things, the extreme gauge is gonna build up super quick. So you're gonna finish that one quickly. It's just that one's not as bad as the Doc Ock one.
I don't know. It was still bad though, because like he's flicking all over the field, and your extreme attacks aren't like full range. So sometimes by the time you trigger them, like he's still moving around while you're triggering them, and so you do all these big attacks and nothing hits him because he's not there anymore.
Yeah. That's why, like, what I like my strategy so far has been with them is to like basically just complete them first, see what it challenges, and then come back later to try to do like the extra ones and unlock other stuff later.
But the problem is, I found out that a lot of them I don't have unlocked because when we were playing together, you were just like, "Don't worry about those. We'll come back. We'll do them later." And so like I didn't actually go to the rifts to unlock them.
Oh, I figured it would count.
It doesn't apparently.
That's weird.
So that kind of sucks.
My bad.
So I guess I need to actually go through the whole game by myself and get those unlocked so I can actually do the other challenges.
Oh, man.
But then there was another one that was like, it's a solo challenge. There's actually a bunch of these. A solo challenge of Spider-Man is the one I tried to do because he was at least like level 15 and it was a level 20 challenge. I was like, surely this isn't that hard. You're only taking one character in. I was wrong. I couldn't even get through it because you can't revive your character if he goes down. It's ridiculous. And I assume it still includes the Kingpin fight. I don't actually know.
I can't remember. I beat that one, but I can't remember, honestly.
Yeah. And that's part of the problem, is like when it locks you into one character, if you haven't been leveling that character, guess you don't care about that challenge.
Pretty much. There's a Luke Cage one, the second one that's level 30. Like, well, I ain't getting that one for a while. Even though Luke
that's just kind of crazy, too.
I feel bad not playing Luke Cage.
No, all the characters are great, but you can't be expected to level all of them.
They want you to, though.
That's crazy. That's so much grinding.
Well, this is
I'm going to go through the actual game like on my own, or at least like be the host, even if I have someone else play with me. Because I was trying to get a friend to stream with me, like stream that with me last night. but he's dealing with a sick cat, and he wasn't sure if he'd have the time to join me. So he was like, "I'll let you know," and then I didn't hear back from him, so I did something else instead, which is fine because the stream sucked. But yeah, I was gonna have him just kind of run some stuff with me so I could, grind. But I didn't want to grind up by myself on stream. Not on Twitch anyway. Maybe Chatterbait. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I need to devote some time to that game, and it's tricky. But anyway, aside from that, I've mostly just been playing Timespinner. It was added to the Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Oh, that's how you were playing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's super good. Did you ever start that up?
No, and
Okay.
I feel kind of jelly because, like, I don't know if you listened to the episodes or not, but I've been kind of lukewarm on Bloodstained. Like, it's not bad. I don't hate it at all. I enjoy a lot of it.
Yeah.
But it's not connecting to that level that I want it. It's still a perfectly great game, but it's not hitting that upper echelon for me.
I get that.
And, like,
I think this would. I can't guarantee it because it's still not perfect.
yeah.
When I first started, I was like, "Oh man, this game is amazing!" Like, it's like a great Castlevania game, even though it's not in that series, but it feels just like that.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of the same thing, where like you can equip like kind of instead of weapons, you equip orbs that have like different like elemental attacks or weapons or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like for the longest time, I was using one that was like a sword orb, so it just kind of does like an overhead sword slash. And then some kind of more ranged, like elemental type orb, so like fire or wind or something like that. That just kind of shoots outward. So you get some range, and then you get an overhead. So you kind of have your bases covered,
Cool.
and it like combos them together. And then you have kind of a charged magic orb, and that's on like a different button. You hold the button down, it sucks up however much MP that uses, does a big attack.
Nice.
And then you have a passive orb that's like just some kind of other ability. Like I had one that like absorbs some damage before you start taking the damage, and another one that like puts little kind of like little knives on the edge of your orbs that are floating around you. So like things take passive damage as you run through them, something like that. And the one I have right now, it shoots out like little icicles whenever I attack. So like, even if it's a close range attack, it still shoots a little icicle out in front of it as well, which is kind of cool. So it's like I can do 4 attacks basically when I combo. So some good variety there, but it's also fairly limited. Like you don't get a lot of different things. It's not like Castlevania where you're constantly getting new weapon types and stuff. And there's a really cool like time travel mechanic where you go between the past and the present. And like you're going through the same areas basically, but you're seeing them in different times, like Chrono Trigger type thing, except a side scroller like Metroidvania style. And so like you'll run through like a lively kind of lake area, and then at some point you'll have to go back through that same area, but like in the present after it's like kind of dystopian, like the water's all gone and the enemies are creepy and that kind of thing. And so it's like you don't necessarily realize where you are until you see it in the alternate view, and you're like, oh, I get it. Like this actually does like seem like time has passed here, and you can compare the maps and see like what's built out and what's broken, and so there's some really like interesting stuff there with the way they played with time. But also you'll be exploring and like you'll see the same kind of series of rooms, like repeated. Like they, saved resources by kind of copying and pasting a few places, but use a different tile set. Or like, you'll run through a hallway, and then you'll like, see a different room, blah blah blah, do some stuff, and then the next room you go into is like the same hallway again, like a mine shaft type thing. So it's like you notice some of that stuff where they cut some corners, and the game in general feels a little more indie. Than like a AAA Castlevania type game would, but I'd argue it's a lot more polished and well made than Bloodstained still, just from what I've seen. And it's got some really cool story stuff, like kind of again playing with the time travel. You'll like talk to some characters in the past, and then they'll ask you like can you let us know like what happens to us in the future? And so like you'll go to the next time zone or timeline, whatever, and like download some different like lore bits and then go back to the past and like share your findings with them. And so, they play around with that stuff in a cool way. But in general, like the Metroidvania stuff is pretty light. I mean, you get like a double jump, the ability to swim, like kind of the basics.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, you're not like getting super strong or anything. It's more traversal. It's not like, Metroid, where you start out with a little pew-pew gun and end up being able to wreck everything just by jumping.
Or even Castlevania, where you find like get that one item drop that gives you that cool badass ring that can make a sword do all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah. And maybe you do at the end. I'm not at the end yet. I'm close, I think. I've got like 75% completed of one map and like closer to 50% of the other map. But that's not, story progression. That's like map completion. So I would guess probably like 60 to 80% of each map would be end of game. But I've probably got at least one more like actual power up to get, because there's a few areas like I have a double jump and I can't get to them, so I must get something that lets me like go even further, But there's also a really cool mechanic where you can freeze time. The time stuff's the coolest part of the game, honestly. Like, I love it that it's a Metroidvania and that it's well made and everything. But if it was just another kind of like Castlevania knockoff, it wouldn't be nearly as cool as like the unique stuff that it brought in. So yeah, there might be an area you can't reach, and you're like, oh, I guess I need a different power up to get there. No, that's the area you have to go next. You just have to basically freeze time when there's an enemy kind of in place, and then jump on that enemy to get up to the platform. It kind of like makes enemies into puzzles, which is cool. And if you kill them, you just have to leave the room and come back. So yeah, they don't play with some of those things as much as I would like. And the direction you need to go next isn't always terribly clear, but that's just a Metroidvania game. Like, that's how they are. But I've been really enjoying it. It's not super hard. There's sometimes some bosses where I feel like it should take longer than it does, and then I'm like, oh, that was it? Is there like another stage or something? Like, is that... And then it's over, and I move on. But I have died a few times, I'll say that. But yeah, it's definitely one of like the better, like kind of independent Metroidvania games I've played in a long time. It's really scratching that itch for me in a time when I'm impatiently waiting for like Metroid Prime Trilogy or something like that to come out. So yeah, it's really great, and I think you should check it out.
I will. It's just a lot of game. I don't know if you noticed, but Nintendo is fucking stacked the rest of the fucking year. Like, I'm set. Yeah. So, like, I'll probably grab it during the Christmas sale when it drops down to $15 and try to beat it over Christmas. Because I think what I ultimately thinking about it, you talking about it, the reason why I don't like Bloodstained as much is because I'm not invested in the story. I don't really care. Like, it doesn't really do a good job of making me care about the characters. Like, it's there. But to me, for me to like a lot, most Metroidvanias, Metroid is the only example where the story doesn't matter at all, because the traversing is the best part of it. But like, even in Symphony of the Night, like I cared about it because it was about a son trying to kill his father, and then you have those the moments where he meets his mother and all that other cool shit, and the history, the friendship he had with the Belmonts. There's interesting stuff in there. So with Bloodstained, I don't feel any of that, even having played the previous game, the Circle of Moon NES type game.
Yeah,
I'll definitely give it a
this is pretty light, but like I think the time travel stuff is enough of a gimmick to keep you going.
Okay.
Because you want to know how the time hopping will affect things.
I look forward to it. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, like literally the only reason I'm playing it is because it's on Game Pass.
I feel you.
So I just kind of lucked out there. But I was in the same boat as you. It's like, I'll pick it up cheap on a sale or something, but hey, no cheaper than free.
Yep.
And it's something I was in the mood for. Like, I've got a bunch of other games I should be playing instead, but it just kind of dropped on Game Pass at a time when I was like, I just need something light and like, different.
Yeah.
And I had, what was it, like Momodora or something, which is another kind of Metroidvania style game, and that one was not clicking with me. So this was just a different version of that is hitting me a lot better. I don't know why. But I think that's it. That's all that really matters anyway. I jumped back into Pokemon Go again because of the Team Rocket stuff, but
Yeah, that shit seemed cool.
It is, except it uses like all of your healing items because those battles are broken.
Oh, okay.
But the concept is cool. Like the purifying shadow Pokemon, and they're stronger than like the regular versions are. So it's giving me more, incentive to jump back in when like I have everything. But like these are different versions of the things I already have. So yeah, it's got me playing it again at least.
But it has a shiny new hat.
Exactly. It's actually just kind of a shimmer to it. It's like a shiny, but it's not shiny. If that makes sense.
A holographic.
Kinda, yeah. Same thing. It's not different colored or whatever. But it has like a little shimmer thing next to it. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Ben, what have you been up to?
So last week I kind of talked about it, but I played Killer Instinct again, just because last Thursday, a streamer that I follow, the only streamer I really follow, Maximilian Dude, and he was basically a couple weeks ago he talked about he wants to make it known to Microsoft and the Phil Spencer, like, hey, people fucking love KI. And he really loves KI.
That's also on Game Pass right now.
Yes, it is. It is on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, please try out KI. Even if you don't have Game Pass, it's free. Anyways, so he was like talking about a couple weeks ago, like I want to do a whole like a day, a hashtag play KI, or hashtag or bring back KI. And so I got home, we did the podcast, and I really wasn't sure after. I was just gonna watch the stream, like just to see him play Killer Instinct. And I was like, I don't know if I want to play because I'm really tired. And I haven't played the game in over a year. And so I was once he put on the game and the music started playing, the Mick Gordon music, I was like, I gotta play. I gotta play at least an hour. So I got an hour of Killer Instinct. God, that game is so much fun. Like its characters, its music. I defy anybody to name a better fighting game that has better music. I defy you. I dare you. The answer is you can't. And the online is the best online in any fighting game. Like it's almost fucking seamless. It's noticeable when you run into a bad connection, but those are far and few between, and that's not the game's fault. That's just that's person's internet is just crap. So yeah, go play Killer Instinct.
Smash Brothers Ultimate.
That's bad internet. What are you talking about?
No, you said a fighting game with better music.
Yeah, music. Yeah.
Oh, in terms. Okay, that.
I'm not
going to count that because that's like no, it doesn't because there's some good original pieces. Overall, as a whole unit of original stuff, Killer Instinct is better. Mick Gordon is awesome.
Okay, now you're making qualifiers to it.
It's bad. I'll say it right now with no qualifiers. It's better than Smash Ultimate's music.
Oh,
because a lot of Smash Ultimate's music plays on nostalgia, and Killer Instinct, while there is nostalgia there for sure. A lot of stuff is there's a lot of new stuff in there that's just as good as the old stuff.
Smash has.
All right, I'm gonna send y'all the playlist. I'm gonna send y'all the playlist of fucking Killer Instinct soundtrack and let Mick Gordon melt your fucking ears.
Smash just got a bunch of new remixes of Dragon Quest songs. Okay,
and they're not good.
And there's a whole Persona stage based around music.
Yeah, but the point is, play Killer Instinct. Just play Killer Instinct. Tweet hashtag Bring Back KI because. And Max is a big enough guy to where he knows the people at Xbox. He's met them before. He's a big enough. I don't want to call him an influencer because that feels dirty. But he's a big enough online presence where, like, he had like 8,000 people watching him play KI.
Would you say he's a macro influencer?
Ugh. No, because he's just the dude who loves fighting games. That's what I'll call him. Again, that's what he is. So that was fun. Speaking of Dragon Quest. I actually got the hero. I don't know if Justin did because you didn't talk about it.
I did not play it yet.
Okay,
download that. Actually.
So like, I wasn't the biggest when I mean this was leaked. Like this was going on like long before that one of the heroes from Dragon Quest was going to be in Smash Ultimate. And I don't know what to think just because I have no affinity for Dragon Quest. Like I've never played a Dragon Quest game as I stated before, and But after that Smash E3 reveal, I thought this character looks kind of cool. And so I downloaded him, $5. He came out that Tuesday, I think, which is just like, and they just drop him like nothing, which I love.
Did you not get the fighter pass?
No, because there's no difference. You
there is. You save like $1 on each one.
It's $5. If I'm bullying myself over $5. It's whatever.
I got it.
Cool. But it's $5. So I just bought it. You know, it's not like spending $5 in Mortal Kombat where you only get like one thing and you have to unlock everything. You get at least the stage, the music, and everything. First off, his stage is my new favorite stage. Where at least the normal, yeah, it basically goes around, and this is the normal stage where it goes around the Dragon Quest XI world, and I have no context for it, but it looks cool. There's like a giant flying whale. There's the world tree. It just like it has a cool aesthetic to it. It makes you want to play the game, which I will be this September. So as for the hero himself, one, I love the different inclusions of the other heroes. The Aquaman one is my favorite just because I don't know, I like the color scheme and the water thing. I like water. But the other ones are not bad too. Like the Eldrick, I think the Dragon Quest Hero 1 hero, his purple different color is really, really good. I like that skin a lot too. But as for how he plays, so his standard attacks are pretty nice. He feels like a good sword user. He doesn't feel heavy like Ike does, but he doesn't feel like light like, say, Lucina or Mark. He's like in that perfect middle ground for me. His up B, basically all of his special moves, except for his down B, which I'll get to in a moment, can all basically charge. He has an MP bar that you need to do stuff, so like Dragon Quest. And you can charge. His regular B is like this fire thing he can shoot, and it can get pretty big if you let it charge all the way up, and it charges pretty quickly from what I've seen. His side B is this electrical attack that can shoot out, and then he does like a lightning twirl that like hits upward too, which is pretty nice if you let it charge all the way up. And his up B, he lets it's like a little gust of wind that comes underneath him, but if you let it charge up fully, 2 circle of winds, and they can damage your opponent. Which so far my favorite tactic has been getting close to my opponent while on the edge, charging up B, and then letting him get hit with that. It's just so much fun. That hitbox is wide. But where the hero gets the most fun and some people are calling him broken, or I don't think he's broken, but the most fun to me is his down B. So as we saw in the E3 trailer, basically the down B brings up a menu, and I think he has like 4 sets of 12. So like, maybe that's not the right term, but he'll bring up a menu, and he'll have 4 moves to select from. Each time you press down B, it's a different move. It's not like an infinite number. It has a certain number that he'll always call upon, and some of them are like extra projectiles. One of them is a kamikaze attack where he can literally kill himself and take you out if you're in proximity to the blast. One of them is like a big magical explosion attack. One of them is a thing called Hocus Pocus where you don't know what it does. Like, he can do anything. And it's the most fun. I've seen it. It supposedly can call out the final smash. And his final smash hits his... and speaking of his final smash... His final smash hits wide. Like, it's an overarching swing, and it hits wide, and I love it. And
he's not broken, as everyone says.
He's not. I don't think he's broken. Because like it's all about RNG and how fast you can pull up the menu. It's all about that. You know, I don't think he's broken. I just think he's very luck based, if anything. The big move that everybody seems to be scared about is a thing called thwack. Which these are all moves in Dragon Quest, I've been told. They're just such weird names. Like, one's called Sizzle. It's like, why? Just why?
They can't call them fire and thunder and ice.
It's weird. But one of the basically Thwack can instant kill you, and I've done it twice in a match at 0%. Thwack, it can instant kill you if it lands. He has another one called Snooze, where he basically puts you to sleep, and it does like an arch. So it doesn't go straight, it goes into an arch, so you watch out for that. He has another one called Hatchet Man, where he can do like this huge overarching swing. He has buffs. So he's kind of broken, but
it's RNG.
It all depends on, it's RNG based. It all depends on what you get and how you use it. A lot of them, like there's one he has Crackle Smash, which can freeze you. And you know it doesn't unfreeze you immediately, but like when I compare this to it when Joker came out, because I didn't have any affinity for Joker either. I'm still not the biggest fan of Joker and how he plays. It just didn't gel with me. Even though he's like funny now, he's considered like one of the best characters in Ultimate right now. He's probably going to be top 8 at Evo, or at least a couple of them in there. But I find myself wanting to play Hero more. Like that night, I was like, well, let's just play Ken. Well, let's try the Hero. We bought him after all, right? Let's try him out. And I could not stop playing him. Like he's fun, even at his base cool. But there's something funny about pulling off thwack twice in one match, and then the person teabagging you and then just killing themselves because they don't want to deal with that shit anymore. Like this is gonna become the character who, like, if you pick him, you're gonna get looks. I'm like, really, you're picking? Okay, fine.
Because people are gonna keep spamming down B until they get thwack.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but you have to land it too. It's not a guarantee to get hit. So
true.
Just watch out what you're doing. So yeah, that's enough of the Hero. He's fun. I didn't think I would like him as much as this, but they made another fun character.
Another Persona, or not? The guy from Persona is not fun.
He's all right. Yeah. He has his. You have to. He's more. He's not as fun, but he's fun in a different way. At least I would say. I just didn't connect with him as some other people did. More Ultimate Alliance. Not much to say there, other than unlike Justin, I've been doing a lot of the Infinity Trials and not getting bored. I don't mind doing this because I just commute to work and it's just mindless. So it's like, okay, just do this. I almost have the first section all completed, like all 3 stars. I'm missing like a couple where I've tried them a couple of times. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna beat the game and come back to these later. It's fine.
The costumes. I keep getting lured in by. I'm only like 10 stars away from the next costume.
Here's the thing: they're just palette swaps. Like they don't change anything. Yeah, like Captain Marvel's costume is it's cool because they're still comic accurate, but it's literally just palette swaps. So like Captain Marvel,
I wish you could see them before you unlock them.
Yeah. Like because back in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, when you get different costumes, you basically become a different character. So like Iron Man would get War Machine's costume. It's still Iron Man in cutscenes, but he would look like War Machine. Versus here, Carol, like when you get Carol Danvers, I think she's the first one you get. It's basically her Kree outfit. Just it's her current video game costume, but colored in the Kree colors. That's pretty much it. I don't know about the others. I got Captain America. Captain America example. It's basically his costume, the regular base costume, but colored like his Winter Soldier movie outfit, where it's like all like one color and white. So it's like that. So it's like if that's your sake, if you're gonna make collisions, go for it. But
I don't think the Spider-Man one, because I feel like that would be pretty cool. Spider-Man has so many cool costumes.
Yeah, I don't think I've unlocked his. I don't think I have. I'll have to check. But it's all right. I'm almost to the end. I feel like I don't want to spoil it, but there are plenty of surprises left, and they made me go, "Oh shit, we doing this now? Okay, cool, awesome." I like it. I don't mind playing as a single player game. I think it's perfectly fine. It's more fun multiplayer for sure, but then again, I'm a madman who's like grinding up characters to be somewhat leveled. So like I treat it like a Pokemon game.
Well, when you switch out characters every 5 seconds, you have to have them all leveled up.
Pretty much, yeah. What can I say? I love the Marvel Universe.
I get it. I've switched out more than I expected. I kind of forgot my boy Miles after a while.
Yeah, I've completely forgot about Venom. And, poor Scarlet Witch. She's great. I love her. She can heal people. She creates her final move. She can create a healing move for people, and you just stand in it. But she's not compatible with synergy attacks, so she's worthless in trials.
Yeah.
But the last thing I played before I passed on to Thomas, I tried Fire Emblem 3 Houses. This was the one of the games I got thanks to the Nintendo vouchers.
Your next waifu game.
My next waifu game, which I have barely played because Marvel Ultimate Alliance has been consuming my life. But I've played at least the first hour, maybe. I did the prologue. So, I've played Fire Emblem Awakening. That was my first one. Loved that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, Awakening was great.
Yeah. And then I didn't really like Fates. I didn't like it at all. Not like it at all. I just didn't like it as much. And
having to play 2 other games to see the whole story really pissed me off.
Yeah, I didn't even bother.
So, and I didn't play the remake, that one remake game that came out, just because the Switch was out. And I was like, why would I play my 3DS? It's in the trash.
And they also made like a third game in that 2-pack.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
It was so stupid.
Oh yeah, there were 3 games that all.
But one was exclusive. Yeah, like it was.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
I totally. forgot about
it's
that.
dumb. It's dumb.
It was really dumb.
So I bought this, and it's basically Harry Potter cross Fire Emblem. So
I'm interested.
Yeah. So basically, you play as Byleth. That's the character's name. There was some controversy revolving the male character. Just to get that out there, I won't go into it, but it's out there if you want to look it up. You play as male, female, typical Fire Emblem. You know, I chose the male because I want to fuck a dude. Like, bottom line, I want to fuck a dude.
Cool.
So basically, you are the son of this mercenary who used to be a knight, and you get attacked. You run into these three teenagers. Maybe they're teenagers. I don't know how the fuck all these kids are. And you help them in a battle, and they basically invite you to the academy. And for some random ass reason, you're asked to be a teacher there. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm a teacher, sure. And you're asked to choose between 3 houses. You're asked to join Egelgard and the Black Eagles. She's the princess of the Ardentian Empire. Then your other team that you can join is called the Blue Lions. I can't remember the main gentleman's name. But he's very handsome. And the one I chose, which I don't hear anybody talk about, the one I chose is Golden Deer, and that's naming for Claude. And just go look at the box art. He's the yellow one, and you can see why I chose Claude. And so basically, it's up to you to teach them and train them. And I don't know how the story works so far. I've only played the introductory level, and one thing I noticed instantly was you can actually see, at least on normal casual mode. I don't know about hardcore mode, so maybe or hard mode, or classic mode rather. You can see which enemy is going to attack which unit. Which I don't think, even having only played one Fire Emblem before, that wasn't a thing in Awakening. So if you move a unit up, you'll see, okay, this enemy unit's going to attack this one. Versus before, you could only guess, and then if they kill your unit, you would just reset and okay, I'm going to move it here. Because more than likely, the nature of the RNG would just move it in the same spot, typically. So that's different. Weapon breaking is back. It was never a big deal for me in Awakening, so I doubt it'll be a big deal here. You can actually explore the school, or the monastery as they call it. So it has this big Gothic church, Harry Potter-esque feel. It's interesting. You can chat up the students.
Except they just caught Hufflepuff because no one cares anyway.
Yeah, fuck them. Well, no Slytherin, because technically no Slytherin, because there's none of the houses so far are evil. They're all
yeah, I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah, because none of them are so far. I could be completely wrong. The Black Eagles could be just the most evil assholes
technically
ever.
Yeah, that sounds like Slytherin to me. Technically, Slytherin is not evil.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but look at who that's yeah. But
look who came back.
Yeah.
Very next.
It's interesting so far. I need to play more of it. I want to play more of it. It doesn't look the greatest, but I like its overall aesthetic. I think some of the character designs are some of the best Fire Emblem has ever seen. It has this very, not realistic, but very cool different alter European history look, ancient European. But so far I like it. There's supposed to be an interesting time travel mechanic.
Sorry, I was trying to put his purring up to the mic.
Okay.
But subtly, so I didn't interrupt Ben.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just talking about waifus. So far I haven't found a waifu yet, but there was one girl. I know I said I was gonna fuck a dude. I know, but listen. This the beautiful thing about being bi is I can go both ways.
I think with you.
I know, but before I wanted to sleep with a guy, there was a female in Black Eagle. She has this cute hat. She has long hair. I'm like, I want her, but she's in the house that my friend is in, the Blue Lions, and I'm like, we can't be in the same house if we're gonna do multiplayer against each other. we're at war. So I chose Golden Deer.
Oh, you can do multiplayer?
I think so. I could be lying there. I don't know. They had multiplayer in the last game. So I would assume you could do multiplayer here.
Do they have the thing in Awakening where the people that you ship together have kids?
No, that's removed completely.
Oh.
It's only like, which I'm glad because while that was a very fun feature in Awakening,
Yeah.
I hated that it was in Fates. It just felt tacked on for no reason.
Okay.
Versus here,
if it doesn't fit the story, then don't do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's time travel, so they could have done it, but I'm glad they didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna play more of it. I'm off this weekend, so probably while like Evo's on in the background, I'll probably be playing it. Because like, unlike Awakening or Fates, where you could tell what the story's gonna be within like, the first minute, like Awakening, stop the dragon, or Fates, choose. Are you gonna be which Civil War side are you gonna be on? Here, I have no, because I haven't seen any cutscenes, I haven't seen any of that stuff. I'm unspoiled. So I have no, like, okay, when's the war? When's the betrayal? When's the sorrow? When's that? When am I going to cry, Fire Emblem? And I don't know, and that's kind of exciting. Like, I can't wait to get attached to any of these students and then have them die in front of me. That's exciting. So I'm looking forward to playing it. I just want to try to get as much of it played before Astral Chain comes out at the end of this month, because that game is going to take over my life. But
that Nintendo fan is brutal right now.
Yeah, I know, right? And I love it.
Because I want to get Dragon Quest Builders 2, because like my brother's been big into it, and like that's something he wanted to play together with the multiplayer and all. But I kind of wanted to wait for a sale on it because there's so many other things I'm already playing right now.
Yeah.
But then I don't want to miss the miss the hype of him playing it.
Yeah.
Granted, he was playing Dragon Quest Builders until 2 came out, so I don't think that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like 2017 era, like level of Nintendo Switch releases in this back half of the year.
Yeah.
So which is fine with me. It's basically relatively a new release every month. Which
sometimes
is fine. Exactly. Well, Daemon X Machina may be on the chopping block. We'll see. But yeah, that's all I've really been playing. I'll probably have more report on Fire Emblem next week. Hopefully, I'll actually marry somebody. Maybe it's Claude. Maybe it's a chick. I don't know. I'm indecisive. It's Justin knows.
True.
So my week has been kind of a hell week. We're supposed to be getting new windows in at our place, but every time we're told that the people are coming to put in the new windows, they never show up they never show up when they're supposed to. So what we've done is take out the air conditioners twice already. First time I did it, I slept in my room, and my room is basically an incubator because of all the electronics. And I couldn't open my window because I lost my screen for the window, so I couldn't put it back in. So that was a hellscape. And then yesterday we ended up taking out the air conditioner, and I had to put my bed somewhere else so they can get to the window. So I ended up sleeping on the couch.
Oh no!
It was like the wrong side of the couch that I slept on. You know, you have like a left and right side of the bed. I slept on the wrong side of the couch, basically. And yeah, it's just been hell. They're supposed to come Tuesday, so we'll see if they come Tuesday, because we're gonna have to take out the air conditioners again and move my bed again. So
no.
Third time's the charm, right? So other than that, I've been playing Destiny 2. Obviously, we did the Crown of Sorrow raid over the weekend. And we actually completed it. It took quite a few hours. I think like maybe 6 or 8 hours over the course of 3 days. And it took like 8 people. So like 2 people have left, and then another 2 have joined. And the last person that we called in for the raid was my dad, because we needed a ringer.
You father. All right.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was fun. So this whole raid revolves around a buff where you need to have 2. You're basically split off into 3 teams of 2, and you always want to have one person with the buff that's there and one without. And you shoot different enemies. The one with the buff shoots certain enemies. The other one shoots the other enemies. And so it's all split up in that mechanic. And yeah, it's actually a fairly easy raid now that I think about it. It's mostly just getting the buff mechanic down and knowing when to trade and communication with your partner. Once you have that down, it's easy to do the DPS and just finish him off. The story behind the Crown of Sorrow, Galron, is pretty cool. Essentially, he was made for this crown, and they got the crown from like a war moon that the Hive used to be on, and so they made Galron put on the crown, and it was a trap from Savathun, like a witch, and she was trying to possess Callus instead of Galron, so the trap didn't work, and we were sent in by Callus to take him out. So that's fun. And now that the Solstice of Heroes is out, I've been grinding the armor for that.
Hold on. I gotta say, Solstice of Heroes sounds like such a SoCaliber thing to say. Like, welcome to the Solstice of Heroes, and then this fight begins.
It just sounds generic. Like, literally anything could use the subtitle Solstice of Heroes.
I think it sounds cool.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, it's cool, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't mean anything.
I'm actually wearing the shirt from last year. Like, I got the shirt from last year, so it's pretty cool. It comes with a new area to play in, as well as like a new activity to do, and it's called the European Aerial Zone, and it's basically floating islands above the European Dead Zone, which is the place on Earth. But I really don't like this map, because it's mostly like it's bombed out town square, so there's buildings around the square, and it can be a maze at times. Like, you're trying to get up to certain levels. It's more about the verticality in it rather than the width. And so trying to get somewhere to kill mini bosses, this whole activity is around killing mini bosses. So the first stage, you kill however many mini bosses that you can. Second stage, you kill the boss. Third stage, you pick up the chests. And it's kind of like a not Lost and Found, but I can't remember what the hell it's called that kids play.
Search and Destroy.
Sure. But you're trying to find the chests. You get basically
the flag?
No, it's hide and seek. It's basically like hide and seek.
Pink in the Stink.
Didn't you?
No, I said something else. I think he said
Shoot
seek
the
and
ladders.
destroy. Yeah.
Isn't that hide and seek? And now nobody played that. You clothesline whenever you were about to reach the pole. No,
No, that's just...
am I weird?
No, that's not hide and seek. That's like Robin.
No. Oh,
No,
Red Rover.
that. But that's not the name, is it?
Like, you would hide, and then like they would try to get to the thing, and you clothesline them before they could get to the point.
No.
Yeah,
What kind of weird hide and seek did you play?
normal kind.
Texas goes hard.
Yeah.
It's hardcore hide and seek. Oh my god.
Hide forever.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh,
Okay.
that probably didn't sound good on the audio.
Another criticism I have of it is that one of the requirements for the second set of gear is to kill 100 mini bosses, but it doesn't count everyone on your team that has killed a mini boss. It only counts yours. So you're basically fighting your team members for killing the mini boss, and then once that section is over, some people just bounce out, so you're left all alone to kill the boss, and it's really shitty. Because it takes forever to kill the boss on your own. So there's been some really shittiness going on regarding that. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I said sounds like it. I don't really know what you were talking about. but-
Okay, cool.
Y'all want to play Texas hide and seek?
Kinda.
No. I don't want to get close
Knock
line.
some fools out.
I'll just pull out John Bradshaw Layfield just comes out of nowhere.
I'll just hide behind like a whole like gaggle of chairs, you know, like in a school closet or something. And whenever someone tries to seek me, just bah. I'll have tons of chairs.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the armor looks pretty sweet though. I'm probably gonna get it for all my characters because obviously, and it's gonna be the first set of armor that's gonna have the 2.0 perks on it, so that's gonna be pretty cool. And the glows from the this armor set will carry over to the Armor 2.0 set, so that's cool. So I'm gonna move on into the news.
Yay!
I'm just gonna do a quick Destiny thing. Destiny Shadowkeep has been pushed back out to October 1st because they need more time to work on the game. So it's always good news that they realize that they don't have enough time and need to work on it.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, that's the game I didn't realize that was working.
Shut up!
Oh, it's that game.
I just yelled at Ben, just shut up.
It's okay.
You can bleep it out.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll edit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that's the announcement, and it's coming. It's debuting on PC, Xbox One, PS4, October 25th.
Yeah, they said it's coming later.
That's fine.
Switch.
Because that's the
It'll run at. Hopefully, it runs decently.
It'll definitely be downgraded, but like I'm not gonna get it on Switch. I'll just say that up front. But I love that it's coming to Switch. Like that's super cool.
Well, I don't care about it. I mean, I play Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch. That tells you how I'm okay with the downgrades.
No, I know.
As long as it runs consistently, like the frame rate is it's stable. Like Doom, it runs at a somewhat constant 30 frames per second. I'm fine with that. I mean, like I've never played a Fallout game, so maybe this will be my first one. Maybe.
I think you'd like it. Like there's some really good like decision trees and things like that they put into their games.
Yeah.
And this is like kind of a culmination of their work.
And it's not as like trigger happy as most other.
Down, like what is it? Like Pillars of Eternity and things like that.
Yeah.
That are just kind of like there's some simple like kind of strategic combat, and then most of it is like dialogue choices, like making ethical decisions like that change quest outcomes and stuff like that. And then they made Fallout New Vegas, which is Fallout, but with like a lot more of the choice stuff. Like there's like 4 different factions that you can either piss off or befriend, and like making friends with one of them will automatically like piss off the other 3.
Yep.
So like no matter what, you're going through the game like stepping on eggshells because you don't want to be too close to anyone. Or like for example, when I played it, I got into this like jail area, and everyone just started attacking me, and I was so confused why. And it's because like I had befriended one of the other groups, and so I had made them my enemy without knowing it. So I just went into this place, and it was bad. Whereas depending on how you play, you could go into that place, and it's your main base of operations. So it's just kind of that cool open world, like your decisions change the world around you.
I'll look out for
them
it.
not tied to an existing IP. They can do whatever they want. They're making their own thing.
I think they also had a thing where like if you put on the faction's armor, you would be okay with them, even though you weren't on their side.
You can like hide.
Yeah.
Ups your reputation with them at least. There's a point of no return. For groups.
Yeah. But there's like ways around it so you're not always getting attacked by them.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it. It depends on when it comes out, obviously. If it comes out, I think any time in this year, it ain't gonna happen just because of the first party stuff Nintendo has coming out. But like, if it comes out, early half of next year, when so far we don't know anything, I might grab it up if it's reasonably priced.
It'll probably come to Switch early next year.
It's just fine.
It comes out in October.
Yeah. That's cool.
Another game coming to consoles is Zombieland Double Tap. It's also coming to PC. It's a mobile game.
It is a movie tie-in. It's not actually called Zombieland Double Tap. It's called Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip.
Oh my god, that's even better.
Yeah, because it's a video game tie-in for the upcoming Zombieland Double Tap movie. So, like, movie, Zombieland Double Tap, game, like, road trip. It looks a lot like that crappy Walking Dead game. That was like a tie-in to the show.
The one that featured Daryl?
No,
that was the first-person shooter.
There was an overhead one, too, though. I can't remember what it's called right now. But it had, like, all the show characters and stuff.
Only one I know is that one I mentioned in the Telltale.
Oh, there's a lot of bad Walking Dead.
Are there? I'd imagine.
But this was like a 4-player, like it's basically the same thing. So I'm sure it's using that same engine and it's just another cache in. But man, this thing looks rough. Like I'm excited for the movie. Don't get me wrong. That trailer looked great, and I unabashedly love Zombieland. I loved the Amazon TV show that didn't get picked up for series. I thought that pilot was pretty okay, and I'm very forgiving. But this game looks rough. Like the little like this image they have, the character portraits looks like on the SNES when they would do movie tie-ins and stuff, and they'd have like really bad like pixelated versions of the actors, like low res. They look like that. Like they just took a movie still and like dropped the resolution and put them in these little boxes. You could like see the jaggies around where they didn't Photoshop it well.
You know what? This looks like a worse version of Dead Nation. I don't know if you guys had played any of that.
No, but
Yeah,
it looks
yeah. The
bad.
Walking Dead game looked like it was a mod of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do love that the objective in this image is find the Twinkies. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty
I've
good.
never seen the Zombieland movie, so
I only
What?
ever seen it once.
I've seen it a lot. But if we ever wanted to do a watch along of that, like maybe before the next movie comes out, I would watch it again.
sure. I mean, I saw DayZ, so why not?
This movie is coming out October 18th. The game is coming out October 15th.
Yeah. And it's going to be bad, but hey, whatever. Make your money. It's been 10 years. Make your money.
All right. Moving on. We got some Mario Tennis Aces temporarily free in the new game trials scheme.
Why is that a scheme?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird wording.
That's not a scheme.
No. It's IGN. Don't worry about it.
They should have said new game trials trial.
Yeah, I mean, they were like, they just Googled synonyms for trial.
Yes, we're gonna give him a free game. Yeah, see, that's a scheme. See,
I guess they're saying it's a scheme because, like, let me preface by saying I put this in here because I think this is a really cool thing. This game is not available in America for free right now. I guess they have Mario Tennis Aces in Europe, and then they have Captain Toad Treasure Tracker in Japan, and there's no word on if or what the North American players can get in their place.
it should be a part of the
it's like, it's
Nintendo
next week.
subscription.
So there's still a chance for us to get something. But I think this is a really cool idea, kind of like a PlayStation Plus, but, you know, they still get some money out of it. And obviously it's not as good as that. But I think where the scheme might come in is because it's a free trial, kind of like a week to play it free.
Oh, you mean like a demo?
No, it's the full game. It's just only available for free for a week.
All right. I'm just being cheeky.
Oh, okay. And then it's like a timed demo. Wasn't that a thing? Like
Yeah.
you can play it as long as you want during that time period.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also like that game is available on the eShop for 30% off during the time of that trial.
That makes sense.
Pretty good.
So
Yeah.
like it's a scheme in that it's like, hey, play it for free and then buy it for good.
I mean, if you like it, you're gonna want to buy the game, and if it's
Right.
discounted, why not? That's not a scheme.
Right.
That's a good business move. God,
Nintendo never puts their
so
stuff.
so
on
boss,
sale.
boss.
Now like people are like, you know, people are complaining about the vouchers, which I love those friggin' things. I want to
Yeah.
have one at all times.
I wouldn't have gotten Dragon Quest and Fire Emblem if I didn't get the fucking
Exactly. Like Nintendo games never go below $60. So if you can get 2 for 50, that's a great deal. Like first party games at launch for $50. That's better than we'd ever expect from before.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's like it's older games, but you know, they're still being supported. Mario Tennis Aces is still getting new content. And 33% off after a free trial. That's I should have done this math before. 60
I mean, I think all this like Evo, like all like it's Evo weekend, and like all the fighting games are currently free to play right now, and I'm pretty sure you can also buy them at a discount. That's smart
Yeah,
business.
there's the evil sale going on right now.
yeah.
Go back.
So yeah, like they should do more of these things. We shouldn't be discouraging them from doing these things. But
Hell
everyone's
yeah.
like, oh, Nintendo's so cheap; they can't just give us free games. Like,
Fuck y'all.
up,
All right.
man.
I'm going to ask you guys to save your energy for some stuff going on later on.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, do we need to go over this Smash Bros. Story? Or
No,
did
we
you already
don't.
talk about that? Okay.
My cat made me bleed.
Oh, the hero thing, yeah.
I'm sorry, Justin.
It's okay. I'm pushing through it.
So let's talk about the original Diablo. Diablo.
Diablo.
Dab,
Diablo.
dab on the devil.
Original Diablo is now playable in your web browser.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Playable US web browser asterisk. That was hard to say. That was almost as bad as Diablo. So, did you read this?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So there's basically a browser version of the first game because I guess they like reverse engineered the source code back in 2018 as for like archival purposes because it was all gone. Like it hadn't been saved with the way that technology has changed over time. And they reconstructed it like code for code, so all of the original bugs and everything are still in there. It's exactly the same game, which is kind of fun. And then they used that like reconstructed source code to create this browser port. But it's not the full game. What they've made available is just kind of like a shareware version that only lets you use one of the 3 character classes and the first 2 areas of the dungeon. So it's kind of like it's a trial of a 23-year-old game. But if you own the game, which is still available to purchase, I'm not sure why you would when better games exist in the Diablo series.
I still have my my discs, by the way, for Diablo.
Oh, for Diablo 1?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this gangster.
I think I still have my Diablo 2 discs somewhere, but I never owned a Diablo 1. I only played it once at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, if you own the original game, you can drop your DAT file, not to be confused with your DAB file, into the browser and play the full game from there. Which is kind of strange when you think about it, because if you own the game, you don't need to play it through the browser. But realistically, you could share that one file with anyone, and they could drop it in and play it. So, I mean, there's ways to play the original game in your browser, is the point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as easy as this makes it sound. But anyone can play it to an extent just to get an idea of it. But then you should go play Diablo 2 because it's better in every way.
The Necromancer class alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Druid's pretty cool too in the expansion.
So remember I told you guys to save your anger? So let's talk about the Ooblets getting an Epic exclusive. Creator says it's nothing to get worked up about. You guys ever played Ooblets?
Nope.
I've never even heard of this game
It
before.
was for the Wii, wasn't it? It was like...
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was like a shooter for the Wii.
Well, I mean...
No, it's like a cute like animal game or something.
I thought it was like a
I think I
Pokemon
know what you're
shooter
thinking
thing.
of. Crap.
This is a farm life simulator.
Elebits, I think is what that was.
Oh yeah, Elebits, that's right. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah, this
thought it was
is a
called
farm
Ooblets,
simulator.
Yeah, Ooblets is like a fantasy farm thing. I've never seen it, but I know what it is. Yeah, Elebits, that's right.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. So I thought this was always like a follow-up to that for some reason.
No. I get that and the DS thing confused. The one that had a Smash Bros. Stage. It was like a music game.
Rhythm Heaven?
No.
Elite Beat Agents.
No.
Okay.
DS Rhythm.
It's gonna get a lot of
Rhythm Heaven and Elite Beat Agents.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, we'll continue on. I'm gonna find this and then just shout it out randomly.
Okay. Designer and writer Ben Wazer said the decision to go exclusive was made because Epic offered a minimum guarantee on sales. This takes out the huge burden of uncertainty off of us because we now know that no matter what, the game won't fail and we won't be forced to move back into our parents' basements, basically. Now we can just focus on making the game without worrying about keeping the lights on. The upfront money they're providing means we'll be able to afford more help and resources to start wrapping up production and doing some cooler things. So Vazer acknowledged that there's a backlash against the Epic Games Store exclusives, and while he doesn't think that the bulk of the Ooblets community is likely to be interested in any of that, he shared his own thoughts on the complaints about it. As a user of both Steam and EGS myself, I haven't had any issues with using EGS to buy and play games personally, but regarding the features that are still missing, that's sort of the way the software is developed. He wrote, things take a lot longer to develop properly than people tend to realize, and nobody comes to the market with perfect software. Justin, you still looking for it?
I found it, but I don't know what it's called yet. It was actually a brawl stage. I was thinking it was Smash 4, so it took me a second longer than it should have. It is called... Keep scrolling. Electroplankton.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
yeah, I've heard of that.
And Ella that's confused. They're totally different games, but they sound kind of similar, and they both failed miserably.
Wasn't that like a launch game or something?
It was close to the launch of the DS, yeah. I remember buying it for a friend for his birthday because he was super excited, and then he played it for a little bit and realized it was not good, and I felt like I wasted my money. Because this is when we were, like, in high school. Like, that was money, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
He also noted, as many others have, Steam is a barely functional mess when it went live, which, believe me, is true, and that continued work on Epic Storefront depends on the platform being worthwhile from a market share perspective to keep going. Basically, he just wrote an article about stop bitching about EGS.
Yeah. So I'm not going to be the guy that, like, makes a big deal out of this, because... About the Epic side of things, I should say. Because I think people are overblowing the fact that Epic Game Store is like a blah 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 exclusives. I don't hate the Epic Store. Put everything on Steam.
Chinese
you guys
spyware.
All those people suck.
Yeah.
It's good that Epic is providing for the developers because they should make their money back on their games. I would honestly do an Epic exclusive too if they said
considering their Fortnite fucking payouts. They better fucking be able to pay developers.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like when they can guarantee an indie developer that they'll actually make money on their game. Yeah, of course I'll be on their service. Why not?
Yeah, and this is made by apparently one guy and his wife, I think.
Two people. But where it kind of grinds my gears is with their responses to everything. Because they made this game basically through a Patreon. They didn't do Kickstarter or anything. There was no, like, you know, here's the rewards you get for your service or whatever. They just had a Patreon where people could support them monthly while the game was being made. And I'm sure there are benefits for that Patreon. Whatever, I didn't follow it or anything. But because it was like an ongoing monthly subscription type thing during the development of the game, that makes it a bigger, like, kind of investment for the people that were, you know, part of it.
Yeah.
Than like a one-time like Kickstarter type thing where it's like you can choose your platform, blah blah blah, all of that we've dealt with in the past, like the Shenmue stuff. So now those two people that, you know, got this money from other people to like have their livelihood covered while they're making the game are coming out and saying, "Well, we don't owe you a game. Like we put our hard work into this, and you know our money and resources with some help from Patreon and made this game, and we want it to be successful, so we're going to the service that will make it successful. If you don't want to use that service, then you don't deserve anything. That's your choice," and blah blah blah. And like normally, like I said, I would understand that argument. If you don't like the store, don't buy the game. Not a big deal. But when it comes to the people that actually like funded the game, and the people that, you know, took that money now saying, well, why do you deserve anything? That's kind of a dick thing to say.
Yeah.
They're technically right. I mean, you support a Patreon to see the thing come because you're happy with the thing that's being made, not because you expect anything out of it. The perks are a reward, not an entitlement. But the people running the Patreon aren't supposed to say that. That makes you sound like a dick.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said anything, really.
And they both were saying, like, they've been totally ungrateful with we put our work, our money, blah, 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 with some help from Patreon. Just as an end tag. Oh yeah, also Patreon helped.
Like, even if that is how you feel, you shouldn't be belittling your audience.
Right.
Yeah, considering how small that audience probably is for a game like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
And I don't like that reaction to it. But I also don't like entitled people saying, well, we paid you, so you have to put this on our service. Like, it works both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it comes down to the game creators to make sure that the people that supported them are satisfied. And while I would have made the same decision as them going to Epic, I would have found a way to get those people games. Either like giving them just an EXE that doesn't need to be on a store and they can like link
DRM
somewhere.
free. Yeah.
Yeah. Or some other thing. I don't know, like a physical copy maybe, just on a flash drive. Something where they can enjoy the game without using the Epic Store because they put their money towards it. That's how you make those people happy. You can have your cake and eat it too in this case. But instead, they ate their cake and then put everyone else's faces in the ice that's left over.
Yeah,
and towels.
This reminds me of the Shenmue situation where, like, originally it was going to be the Steam to Kickstarter people, and then now it's exclusively on Epic, and that to me is like that's me. But I don't have a problem with.
But in that
games
case, you can get a refund at least because it's a one-time purchase.
Before you couldn't.
Fair.
Now they were issuing refunds. So
with Patreon, there's no refunds on Patreon.
Yeah, once it's gone, it's
gone. But this game has been in development for a while, and people have put their money towards it every month.
Yeah.
I
don't think Patreon is deep for this kind of thing.
I think PayPal only keeps records for up to 90 days or 60 days.
Yeah.
I know personally from work, so.
Yeah, that's where it's kind of a gray area. Like, I don't know who to side with, and I don't honestly side with anyone. All parties are being awful about this.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I understand, get your money. But when part of that money is Patreon, respect the money too.
Yeah.
Right. So moving on to the next sea change of business, Hulk Hogan is going to the WCW. Oh wait, no, Ninja is going to Mixer. Sorry.
Oh, I see. That was a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
I mean, Thomas, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. The biggest player on Twitch moving to Mixer.
That's exactly what
they already dropped his verified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't take long.
So can I take @Ninja on Twitch now, or is that? Can I?
I think it's still there. He's just not verified anymore.
Oh, okay. Damn
He
it!
still has the account. You can't take it from him.
Yeah.
I mean, I should be able to.
And apparently, they said that his debut stream on Mixer had a larger audience than any of his average streams on Twitch.
Just like Hulk Hogan going to WCW, fucking highest TV ratings in years.
Which, I mean, I get it. Like, it's a debut. It's going to drop off after that. And they're just judging it by average. But I didn't know there was that many people on Mixer. So it still sounds like it was a pretty good deal for them.
Either that or he has a huge-ass following, and
Yeah,
they just
they
followed him
probably
over
just
there.
followed him.
That's probably true.
I would like to see the numbers of like how many people signed up for an account.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because it's just easy. Just sign up for an account and you watch. You're not paying anything.
I mean, honestly, like after my last Twitch stream, I'm gonna play with my settings. Maybe it was just something wrong, but like I was not like it was not successful. It was like it dropped frames constantly. I don't know what was causing
It's
it.
about as good as Ben's stream.
Yeah.
Well, that was because the bit rate was down. That was my dumbass's fault.
Well, no, I mean you were dropping frames too. Like the frame drops is just either your internet or the server settings.
Yeah.
Nothing else drops frames. It's not your performance or anything. That's where that encoding overload thing comes in. That's performance.
Really?
I wasn't getting that at all, but I was getting like 90% dropped frames, and at one point it just dropped to 0 kilobytes per second, which is basically saying you're not streaming, but you're still live.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like there's nothing you can do about it. If they just kick you off the server at some point, but it doesn't stop your stream. So like I was dealing with that 3 or 4 times throughout the entire stream, and if that's on Twitch's side, I'll try Mixer. Mixer has super low latency. I just didn't use it because no one else is on there.
Yeah.
But if a bunch of people are jumping, sure. I have no tie to Twitch.
Time to
My
jump
Twitch
ship,
account was
boys.
hacked recently. I don't care about it.
Yeah. Because like a lot of like a lot of the popular the upper echelon of streamers, I don't watch them because there are a lot of Fortnite players. I don't care about this stuff.
Same.
Now, if Maximilian Dude decided that, hey, I'm going over to Mixer, I would totally go to Mixer just to watch him. Like, but that would be the only reason too. Otherwise, I'm saying my ass is staying on Twitch. I'm loyal to the person.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna mess with my settings and see if it was just like the server or something that was on there.
Yeah.
But Twitch has not really like optimized in years. They've
don't
just
have
been getting
to.
bigger without actually getting better.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Yeah. And Mixer has some good things behind it, and with Microsoft money instead of Amazon money, it's got a lot more incentive to be good for gamers. Because Amazon doesn't care. Amazon doesn't care about anyone. Except Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jeff Bezos is rolling around in his money.
Yeah. Freaking Jeff Bezos.
Just Scrooge McDucking it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Croc.
Yeah, I think I'm staying on Twitch though because I have my affiliate. And I don't want
Twitch bitches.
And I have people.
See, I'm not affiliated, so I don't care.
And I also have subscribers now, which I didn't realize that you also subbed with your Twitch Prime. I think I might.
Oh yeah, because like I said, I my Twitch was hacked recently, and so I had to go in there and like change my password, and like I had 2-factor authentication set up. So like the way I found out was because it was like sending me the authentication code when I was in Chicago. I was like, I'm on a train right now. I'm not logging into Twitch at the moment.
So weird.
So like no one, I don't think anyone got in. I did notice Thursday before I started streaming that my stream key had changed, which is a little worrisome.
That
But I don't
happened to
know
me.
if I've gotten in without the 2-factor.
Yeah.
Like I said, I changed my password and everything just in case. Maybe that automatically changed my stream key. I'm not sure. And I went in like again just in case and like disconnected my Twitch Prime on the Amazon side because it wasn't letting me log into my Twitch either. I think it's probably a security measure. And so like Monday I logged back in and it had no problems, whatever. So I attached my Twitch Prime and I was like, oh, I haven't used my sub yet for this month. So I dropped it while I was there.
Nice. Yeah, I need to start working on stuff for that. I'll do that this weekend. So yeah, let's move on into some fighting games.
Yeah.
New Street Fighter V trailer introduces E Honda, Lucia, and Poison.
So,
Redhead.
yeah, Redhead. She's from whatever. So this was supposed to be the reveal on Evo Sunday when they reveal. But apparently Steam had the trailer just showed up on Steam. It leaked on Steam. Like in like my the 2 Discords I'm part of, the Chun-Li Discord and the Super Subscribe Discord, they're just fucking going nuts. I'm like, it's out there, and I'm trying to hide, and I'm so yeah. And what's really sad about the situation, real quick, is that Ono, sort of the face of Street Fighter, he was just tweeting about like, I'm sad. I'm like, oh no, because like we haven't heard anything for Street Fighter at all since December of last year when they released Not Evil Ryu Kage, and they've been like nothing. Maybe a couple costumes, maybe a couple stages. That's it. And they were promising, oh, we got a big thing in August coming up, and of course, Evo's in August. So I kind of, but like, so yeah, there's that. There's also a conspiracy theory going around that this leak was intentional, and that they did it on purpose, and they have something bigger to reveal on Sunday. I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll see.
Bigger than Poison?
Bigger than E Honda?
She could crush me.
Marvel versus Capcom 2 re-release. There you go. That's how it's bigger. That's not happening. I
like it.
I know. So yeah, this introduces 3 brand new characters, which is if it was revealed on Evo Sunday, would have been hype, because last year we got G and Sagat and they released the next day, and this year we got E Honda, Lucia from Final Fight 3, and Poison from Street Fighter 4. She's playing with Street Fighter 4. So yeah, Honda. Just a quick breakdown. Honda is basically Honda. He looks like E Honda. Nothing much changes. He has a cool guard break move, but he's E Honda. There's only so much you can do with E Honda, but he's officially the last of the original 8 that are in Street Fighter 5. So it's like it was only a matter of time.
He's got the 1,000 hand slap.
Yep, that's all back. He has his throws. He looks fun, and he's bringing his classic stage back. So I'm not the biggest Edmund Honda fan at all, but I'm glad he's in there. It makes Street Fighter V. It'll make it complete, even though I wasn't asking for new characters. Lucia, she's from Final Fight 3. She plays similar to Cody, in which she has target combos. Although everybody's been making fun of her accent, I don't know if y'all seen the trailer or not, but basically she talks like she's from like hard Boston. Like she says, "You want a cup?" Yeah, this is and this. I've just been tweeting. I've just been saying this in the Chun Discord over and over again. You want a cup of coffee? Just like that. So she talks like that. Yeah. Yeah. So just play her Japanese only. That's what I'm doing. Poison looks interesting. She's back. I don't really remember her too much from Street Fighter 4. I didn't really play her, but I'm glad she's in. She's a cool character. I know other people want to like see Viper from Street Fighter 4, but I like her redesign, and she has some cool costumes coming with her. So yeah, it's good. It's good. I probably would have been like, oh shit, they're back on Sunday, but yeah, the thing that makes me sad is that the lead face of Street Fighter was just like sad tweeting. I'm just like, but like I want to believe that it's a conspiracy, that the conspiracy is true, and they got something else on Sunday. Like, there's no way you can just leak a fucking trailer like that. That doesn't happen. That can't happen. Somebody did it on purpose, or they did it intentionally. I'm convinced. I'm too convinced that this was intentional.
So our last news story for the day is also fighting game related.
Yep.
It's Mortal Kombat 11 Nightwolf.
Ow.
Oh, I closed that already. I don't. Okay.
I mean, do you
Anyway.
guys have anything to say about it?
It's okay.
He's the best he's ever looked in Mortal Kombat.
That's true.
I
like
love his
Spirit Bear.
Yeah, his Spirit Bear's cool. A lot of his moves are back, like his arrow stuff and his deflect is back. I love his voice. Like, we only hear one line of dialogue, but it automatically sounds way more authentic than the voice he had in MK9. And he doesn't look like a Native American stereotype. Like, he looks like just a badass Native American, which is cool. I had a sense of pride watching it. I'll probably and he looks brutal. His fatality is fucking brutal, man. I don't know if y'all. Yeah, I mean, it's Mortal Kombat, but like some fatalities are like, that's all right. Some of them you go, oh god, why? Stop, please. Basically gets like the axe, hooks it in you, and peels from I think your lip down or your chin down, and peels your chest off. It's like, oh god, and that's just one. There's another one too. So yeah,
I've been reading the Boys comic, and like that's pretty graphic. So I'm used to it at this point.
Yeah,
but still, like I wasn't prepared for that from Nightwolf.
Yeah, because he's like the shaman, the peaceful shaman, and everything.
Yeah,
but yeah, I have the pass, so I'm gonna play him when he comes out. He's not playable till the third. He's available to play for Combat Pass owners on the 13th, and the following week for regular people. You plebes. So I look forward to playing him. I hope I like him. I've never really liked Nightwolf before, but I look forward to seeing what you can customize, and I look forward to seeing what special moves are not going to be in his ranked or in his tournament mode, and just go nuts with his casual stuff. But yeah, Nightwolf is cool. I'm just surprised they showed him to the day before Evo. So that means who are they going to show this Saturday?
No,
I hope not. Because nobody
next.
No.
Or is it on next?
She's technically next, but like it's Evo. You show Spawn.
That's true. They'll probably show Spawn.
Yeah, they should fucking show Spawn. Don't be in a voice call with me at that point, because I will just lose my. I'm gonna lose my shit when they show him. I'm gonna lose my shit. Oh yeah, so that's Nightwolf. He looks fun. I'll report back when he comes out and when I play him, and when the game crashes on me a lot.
Yeah, I got to play him and Hero still. Separate games, obviously. But
yes.
I'm very behind.
Fucking DLC just coming out for new fighting games like all at once. It seems like stop it. We got other shit to play. Damn it!
It's like a fighting game event where they make big announcements or something.
I know. Yeah, but I'm gonna say this right now before we close out. Nintendo, because this will be out before Nintendo's Top 8 on Sunday, Thomas. Because I'm gonna upload the audio early. I'm gonna say right now, Nintendo's not gonna announce anything at Evo on Sunday. They're not.
They are. It's not really news, but they are going to be at Gamescom for the first time ever.
Yeah, so they might announce.
I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. But But like, even Nintendo has really announced. I don't think they've ever announced anything at Evo. So don't, Nintendo fans, calm the fuck down. You're not gonna see the fourth DLC character this Sunday. You're not. If I'm wrong, well then I was wrong, and I'm glad I was wrong. But
Well,
yeah,
that's third DLC character, by the way.
no,
Who
No,
would
I
they
mean,
bring in?
no, Banjo's third. Banjo's third. I'm
Have
talking.
we seen gameplay of him though?
No, but I'm talking about who they'll reveal who the fourth one is.
Right, but I'm saying like we can get more info on him.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like what would be hype? A Banjo reuse trailer or like a new character? Who's that fourth mystery character?
People are pretty hyped about Banjo. I think that would be enough.
I saw that. I'm saying the fourth mystery character, and if it's gonna be Sora from Kingdom Hearts or Sub-Zero from Mortal
That's what I was
Kombat.
gonna say. I was gonna say Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
It's not
that-
gonna be either of
in
those.
an arena of 13,000 people, that's gonna be hype. But it's not gonna happen because Nintendo doesn't do anything at Evo.
And because it's not gonna be either of those.
Exactly. Well, that too. So
It's also not gonna be Doomslayer, you fools.
it could be.
No,
They just put the games on Switch.
no.
How cool! What a coincidence, right? That they put the games on Switch.
Yo, what if it's Scorpion?
Oh,
How would they even make Doomslayer work in a PG fighting game?
he would just like tackle the shit out of you.
His main move is called Rip and Tear.
Oh, like he grabs you and then like they explode. There you go.
No,
Not good enough.
Doomslayer is never coming to Smash.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Master Chief would be a better choice, anyways.
Yeah, probably. Are we gonna do the question that was sent?
Yeah, Mike sent us a question on Twitter. You can add us the chart shot on Twitter. Ask us a question. We'll answer it on the show. So Mike says, "What's the most disappointing game of 2019 for you?"
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Aww.
I was surprised at the question because he mentioned Sora. Kingdom Hearts 3 sucks. Does anyone remember that game came out? Like, it was like 15 years. Does anyone remember that game came out this year?
They will when the DLC comes out later this year.
No.
That came out in January, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was like March.
I thought it was January.
No, yeah, it was January. That's right. Yeah. See? I don't even remember.
Ben,
Sucks.
what were you gonna say?
I mean, I kind of talked about it earlier, but because I haven't really played a lot of newer games this first half of the season, and I love Tales of Vesperia, so it's not that. It's Bloodstained for me. Again, not a bad game by any means. And I can get lost in its world, but like it's just not. It's not hitting that target I want, man, and that's all. Like, I was still rated like an 8.5, but it's just like I'm at the end. I'm near beating it, and I don't want to beat it. I just don't want to play it anymore. Not because it's bad, not because it's crashed on me, not because it's poorly optimized. Because like I'm playing the Switch version. I'm playing the most least optimized, least well functioning running version, and I didn't have a problem with that. It's just.
It's not hooking you. You're playing it and you're not feeling it. And you're just like, man, I don't want to play this.
Yeah, pretty much.
So for me, it's either a toss up between Bloodstained and Anthem, and I can't decide which one it is.
Anthem was a thing too.
Anthem came out in March, yeah.
And I honestly, this year, instead of having a game of the year, because I feel like that's going to be kind of obvious, I want to have like a games no one remembers this year list.
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be pretty positive so far, but like I would only have one game on that list.
Yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of new games this year either because I'm stuck in Destiny, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a toss up between those two, and I can't decide which one it would be. I think like maybe I'd pick Anthem just because I was more hyped about that game than I was Bloodstained going in. And yeah, they haven't turned around Anthem, but they say they're working on it. So I'm just gonna sit back and if they fix it, they'll fix it, and if they don't, I have Destiny. So yeah, that's it for us. Justin, where can people find you?
You can find me if you look for Zero Score on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch, maybe.
Whoops.
Unless I go to Mixer. Yeah.
The new hottest name on Mixer.
I do love there's a thing that this is totally unrelated to me, but there was a thing that was out that was like the top search results when you look up Ninja Mixer. And it was just like, Ninja brand like baking mixers.
Oh wow, that's
like,
awesome.
You fool.
Ben, where can people find you?
You can find me at twitter.com/Marvel'sIggy, where you'll find tweets about kaijus, wrestling, and anime titty. Yeah, not so much anime titty because that's in my own hentai collection for my phone. Whenever that fucking stupid phone neighbor shit tries. Yeah. And also you can find me at twitch.tv/Iggy2814, where I've been streaming, although not very good at it because OBS kept crashing again.
We didn't get the first few times.
No, it didn't. And then I tried streaming in HD, and I didn't change the bitrate because I'm a dummy. But hey,
I mean, like a week ago. Like, as the first...
yeah. For some reason, the first time we streamed,
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, the first one was fine.
Yeah.
Twitch is weird.
Is it Twitch or is it my shitty computer? Probably.
Maybe it's OBS.
Yeah, it could be OBS.
I told you, dropped frames are not your computer. It's
Yeah,
the
but
internet.
I never had drop frames. They never told me I had drop frames.
You did.
No. It was just the encoding thing.
Oh, then yeah, that's your computer.
But then it's weird. But yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Okay. You can follow me on Twitter, CSG Thomas on Twitter. You can also follow me on Twitch, Kane Play Stuff. That's where I stream Destiny mainly. I'm gonna be at SummerSlam, not this weekend, but next weekend. What day is it? August 10th to 12th, I believe.
Party of the summer.
Nerd.
So I'm gonna be there. If you want to meet up, let's go meet up. And I think I'm gonna hang out with Jacob McCourt from
Nice.
from his podcast. So we're gonna meet up for just drinks and hang out. So